Making an episode of a live-action show is a lot like baking a pie. To make a good one requires equal parts hard work, time, and love. If you succeed, you'll create something great to be enjoyed by everyone. But if you are missing even one of the key ingredients,
you will fail, and it will burn,
leaving a lingering scent. My name is PIEGUYRULZ, and I'm here at the bottom of the bakery to smell that pie. Metaphorically speaking, of course. In reality, I'm here to talk to you guys about an episode of a Schneider's Bakery show that was really not good. Hey guys, PIEGUYRULZ here, and I just might have found the laziest episode this company has ever put out. You know how everyone hates clip shows? Well, this is worse than that, because not only is this a clip show, but it's a clip show that features the cast and everyone around them talking about how great the show is, how great Dan Schneider is, how great the actors are, how much everybody loves this stupid show. Everything in this is just beyond stupid and lazy, right down to the title, #blooper episode. This episode is like a pineapple upside dog cake. Oops, I made a blooper right there, and I've reused elements from my previous reviews like a clip show. Better leave it in. The story is that the actors and actresses from Sam and Cat go out to eat during a break from the show. While there, the waiter and everyone around proceeds to recognize them, and their food never ends up coming out. Although, I really shouldn't have even called it a story, because really, it's just a framing device. Something to introduce and attempt to tie all the clips together. The shtick is that everyone comes up to the cast and asks them about something specific happening on the show, and one of the cast members pulls out their pear pad and shows them a bunch of clips that happened. Both the framing device and the clips themselves are terrible. Alright, let's start with the framing device. Firstly, there's an actor that comes in when the cast tells Goomer that he's not a main character yet. He also appears at the very end doing some sort of random dance. I have no idea who this guy is, so I'm going to go ahead and assume he was on Victorious or maybe Zoe 101. And that's the problem with throwing previous characters in your show at random. If you didn't watch those previous shows, you just kinda have to sit there and be confused. The laugh track gives him applause, so I know there's something here that I'm missing, but oh well, too bad for me. Who needs content when you can just throw random characters from your previous shows into the mix? Also, this whole thing is kind of based around this waiter who is so obsessed with Sam and Cat that instead of doing his job, he decides to pull out his headshot, because apparently he's an actor too, and go tell his grandma that he saw the cast and all this sort of stuff. And I have to say, it is very cringy. It is like bad sitcom cringy when a character is obviously acting really dorky and really weird, and everyone else is kind of frustrated with him, and it's one of those really just uncomfortable setups that's not funny and really cringy. And the writing in this episode is really bad. Like, I think a lot of the lines were at least somewhat improvised, and all of the things they used to set up the clips are supposed to be like nudge, nudge, wink, wink, we know we're doing a clip show, haha, let's say something super unrealistic that sets up the clip, but it just comes off as really awkward and bad writing. But by far, the worst part is how self-congratulatory this whole thing is. Here are a bunch of actual quotes from this episode. Yeah, I'm not making this up. Look at that. Come on. This isn't just one instance of a character saying something about how great the show is. No. It is constantly happening. In fact, why don't I talk about every segment of clips and then show you exactly the quote that follows them. I've seen shows go on for 11 seasons that are a million times more humble than this. This is the show's 27th episode, and it's already talking about how brilliant it is? Come on. And of course, the ultimate of all ironies is that all of this praising comes in the clip show episode, a concept which, unless you do something really clever with it, most people cannot stand. So about the bloopers, they're really lame. Like, really lame. Like, a character will say a line wrong and then everyone will just kind of be like, oh, okay, that happened. It's actually kind of impressive just how uninteresting these bloopers are. Like, I really have to wonder what the bloopers that they didn't show look like. Like, is it a montage of the cast yawning? Wait, no, there actually is a montage of the cast yawning in this episode. No, seriously. But this is what happens when you try to find funny bloopers in your only 26 other episodes. In preparation for this, I did watch the first iCarly blooper blooper episode, and although obviously I'll be going into that on the Bizarro Bakery, I have to say that some of those clips were genuinely funny, and most of it is because of the reactions from everyone around to the actors screwing up. The reactions here just aren't as fun. And hey, that might be because Nickelodeon ordered 40 episodes for the first season and everyone had to rush to get this stuff done, so nobody had time to goof around and have fun with bloopers. Also, this is the line that the waiter gives after the first montage of clips. The next montage is of the cast giggling between takes. That's it. That's the entire joke. They are giggling. They have little laughing fits. It's not like crazy laughter or maniacal laughter. It's not like things got too out of control. Just a little case of the giggles between takes. As you can imagine, it is really boring and just really insulting that they put this in. Bloopers that consist of actors giggling lightly are not funny. I think they know that this stuff isn't funny, and they know that good bloopers require really unusual screw-ups and really big reactions from everyone else around, but they just kind of had to put this in because they don't have enough actual funny bloopers to put in there. Oh, there's a laugh track here too. I figure I mentioned it just in case you thought they might have enough tact to not have a laugh track through characters giggling between takes. But no, it's there. The laugh track also claps when the robot appears on screen, because apparently now the robot is an actual human being that deserves clapping for. The next one is props not working, which mostly consists of actors not being able to catch things or not being able to hit things with a tennis racket, knocking over things, that kind of stuff. Once again, it's not compelling in any way. It's just kind of things that went wrong. My favorite part of this montage, and in fact the entire thing, is the part where Jeanette accidentally knocks over soda onto a little girl. That part was actually funny because Jeanette overreacted. She knocks it over and then she freaks out. She's like, no, oh no. It's pretty much the only thing in this entire episode that's actually a blooper that's worth showing. Next is a montage of the cast dancing between takes. Yeah, just some random movements that the actors do. Again, there is zero comedic value in this, there's zero entertainment value, it's just a bunch of random clips. Then there's the montage of characters yawning between takes. And yes, this is treated like a joke in universe that Goomer is showing a little girl these clips when she asks to see something exciting, and it doesn't go on for very long, but even still, you literally made a montage of actors yawning. Why didn't they just go ahead and make a montage of times that they left the lens cap on? That would be just as entertaining as this. Then we get the montage of exciting things happening. But of course, these are all things that actually happen in the show. These are clips from previous episodes. It actually kind of surprised me because in most of the episodes that I've seen, nothing nearly as action-packed happens as what happens in these clips. But even still, it's stuff from other episodes and none of it is really that interesting. Then there's a montage of all the scenes from the show that include the robots in the diner doing wacky things. They're not bloopers, they're just clips from the show. And the last and longest montage is set up as clips that are just fun to watch. And these are a mix of behind the scenes stuff and clips from the actual show itself. Mostly clips from the actual show itself. It just kinda has random things happening. There's not really a cohesion to any of it at all. And once again, not interesting. This montage also has, rather inexplicably, Drake and Josh bloopers. Yes, you heard it right. This show had so little material for their blooper clip show that they actually had to use bloopers from a show a decade previous. And while I love Drake and Josh, it just feels so out of place and just yet another one of the attempts to cash in on the fact that Drake and Josh was an actually good show. And the Drake and Josh bloopers aren't even anything special. They're really quick and just involve characters missaying their lines. Nobody even really gets to react to them. You would think that if they were going to go ahead and show bloopers from an entirely different show, they would make sure these are some really good, really funny bloopers. And Drake and Josh went on for 4 seasons, so you would think that they might have just a few actually funny clips. But no, there's none of that. And that's it for montages. The episode ends with that kid that I'm assuming from Victorious coming back and making everyone do a bunch of random dancing for the rest of the episode. Oh boy, this is just insulting. This is very insulting. This is truth or square levels of the network and the people making the show just saying, kids are gonna watch anything. Just show whatever. It doesn't matter that these are clips from previous episodes. It doesn't matter that these montages aren't funny or interesting. Kids will eat this crap up. And as someone who stands for quality in programming, for attempting to push mediums and making things the best they could possibly be, this is just so dang sad. Back in the day, clip shows were to serve two purposes. One, they saved money, and two, they served as kind of a reminder to the audience of all the things that had happened previously. You gotta remember that VHS tapes were the only way to watch these shows outside of reruns, and even those could only hold so many episodes. With television shows, especially sitcoms, becoming cheaper and cheaper to make, audiences not putting up with lazy crap anymore, and the fact that all these episodes are readily available on a number of different platforms means that unless you're gonna do something really interesting with your clip show, as a lot of shows like Adventure Time, Community, and Ed, Edd n Eddy have done, there really is no point in doing a clip show. And yes, I know that technically this is more of a blooper show than a clip show, but it does feature a lot of just flat out clips from other episodes, and also, this concept isn't even original or new. I could maybe, just maybe give some points for effort in not just doing a straight up clip show and instead doing a blooper show, but this is the fourth one that this company has done, having 2 for iCarly and 1 for Victorious. So no, I can't give it any sort of credit for any level of originality because it's not. You got the actors together, got them to say a bunch of self-congratulatory garbage, and lazily cut together a bunch of random clips that feature no quality in humor or entertainment value. So how does this episode compare to other episodes I've reviewed on the Bottom of the Bakery? Well, from a purely watching standpoint, I guess I would rather see this than I Date a Bad Boy or I Meet Fred, because both of those episodes are very backwards in the story department and very frustrating to watch. But if you're looking at this as more of an artistic thing, at least I could argue that those episodes maybe were originally designed as good stories that somewhere got lost in translation, like things didn't turn out the way the writer imagined in his head, or they ran out of time or something. But this was just garbage from the start. This was a bad idea, and this is just not even trying. And I honestly can't think of any possible reason why anyone would enjoy this. If you wanted to see good bloopers, buy a DVD set of a good show like Community. And even if this was something that had to be done because of financial reasons, there is no reason this needed to have so many lines dedicated to inflating the egos of everyone who worked on this garbage show. This is the stuff that most creators throw away. They are actively feeding kids what they would ordinarily throw to dogs. Oh, wait, speaking of dogs, let's see how that pineapple upside dog cake turned out. Ugh. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, give me a break. You're gonna try to fix the problem by throwing crap from other episodes in here? You know what this feels like? It feels like something they made for the cast and crew. Like a bonus gift that they give out to the people after finishing the first season. Because it looks like it's filled with a bunch of inside jokes and a bunch of self-promotion and all that sort of stuff that would be really well suited to the people making the show watching this and not just the average audience member. I just don't know what else to say. This is crap. This is people not caring. This is just the worst, most pandering, disgusting thing you could ever do. PIEGUYRULZ, out.